What's up? We're back for session number 6 doing market research. If you are a digital marketer and you don't do market research, you are missing out because this gives you a great way to learn about your target audience. And we're building an online course for Taylor Wilson here, my buddy who helps people get VA disability, voc rehab, and just VA benefits in general. So if you're not sure about why I'm doing this series, the reason is I'm taking all of my digital marketing skills, my persuasive writing, sales, and course creation skills, and we're making an online course, seeing if we can make some passive income, seeing if we can change the lives of some people out there. So, you ready to go to the top, Taylor? Hoorah! I think I read your lips, but you were on mute.
Let's do it, hoorah.
Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, the thing we've been looking at, which is our right here. Basically this right here. All right, so we're going to be going through this and we're going to stop at the 45-minute mark. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is come back over to this. Okay. All right, so we stopped at there down here, which was where do they get their news? So your target market, your ideal, really right now, honestly, man, we're talking about your ideal customer. So where does he go get his news? We talked about that. How much money does he make? 25K, sources of income, GI Bill, VA disability, part-time job, investments, freelance, Instacart, spending patterns. So how does this person allocate their income? So is most of their income going towards savings? Is it going towards expenses, towards luxuries? Where would you say?
I would say vacation and leisure and cars.
That's where you spend all your money?
No, but
So we're
fellow
talking
vets.
about your ideal person, the
That's
ideal guy you want to
what
work
I
with.
see a lot of vets do, though.
So are a lot of vets the types of people you want to work with, or do you want to work with guys like you?
I guess both people that have money to spend.
So here's the thing, and this is a common misconception. Maybe I might be wrong here, but what I'm realizing is let's say 5 years from now you're still doing this, you're like doing this business, right?
Mm.
Do you want to wake up and I read this book by Russell Brunson, and he said he woke up and he hated the customers that he worked with because he just wanted to make money. So in his very first step of his book, .com Secrets, he talks about identifying exactly who you want to work with, your ideal dream customer. The other guys are going to come. Don't get me wrong, Taylor. Like the other guys, they'll come and buy your course. But ideally, who is the guy that you, Taylor Wilson, want to be working with? Not every vet. Who is the one vet you want to work with? And that's who we're answering this question for. The other guys doesn't matter. We're not making this for them. We're making this course for that ideal person. So who is that? Now, when I ask you these questions, I want you to go from that lens, not every vet, that one guy, that Marine who's got 10% VA disability rating, a go-getter, lives with loves his family, you basically. So how do you spend your money? How do you allocate your income?
I would say towards my mortgage.
So how much out of 100%, how much would you say percent-wise goes to your mortgage?
Like probably 45%.
45% mortgage. Okay. What else? What's the next? 60, 55%?
Yeah.
What's the other 55 go towards?
Insurance or my credit card.
Credit card, how much goes towards that?
Probably like 15%.
Okay. What other stuff?
Property tax, not property tax, but insurance,
Okay.
like 10%.
All right. And that's fine. We don't have to get every single one of them, but just gives us something. What are your priorities when you spend? Do you have priority? Like, when are your
No, hold on. Keep
priorities?
going to 100%. We were on to something.
Okay.
What are we
45%
at?
mortgage, 15. So 55, we're at 70% total right now.
All right. Um, put like travel and leisure 15%.
Okay. Travel and leisure, 15%. So you said that's going to be 15%?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we're at 85% total. Okay, we're sitting at 85. So we have 15% left.
Let's do food.
The rest of the 15 is on food.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 1 second. We got this. Okay. So job satisfaction. What aspects of their job do they enjoy the most? So this ideal person, what part of their job do they enjoy the most? You said they're like a student.
Freedom.
So,
to not have to work.
well, their current job that they currently have?
Well, I guess, yeah, either they want to
Current
find something
current
they can
state.
do. If they're going for voc rehab, it's a career they can do. If it's a disabled veteran, whether they want to enter the workforce or maybe their disabilities are causing them not to, and they're TDIU, and they, just want retirement or disability. It just
So
depends.
currently today, at this moment, the guy your guy who's a student, 10% disability rating, Marine, in college, he's a student, and he is getting the voc rehab. What is his day job right now?
Student.
So what aspects of being a student does he enjoy the most?
Learning something new.
Okay. And then are there elements of being a student that make him dissatisfied? What does he not like about being a student?
Long-term career assurance.
Well, I'm talking about today. What does he not like about being a student? If he comes home and he talks to his wife,
Mandatory attendance and test.
Okay. Nice. Career aspirations. Now, this goes into what he actually wants out of life. So, what is his long-term career goals? What does he want long-term career-wise?
To work in computer science.
All right. 1 second. Okay, I'm back on here, Taylor. Okay. Long-term career goals. How does his current job align with his career aspirations? Like, how does him being a student line up? Does it line up, or is it in line? Hello?
What do you mean?
Like right now, is he doing what he is right now? Is he on the right path to getting that job in computer science?
Yes.
I think we can just keep it like that because I'm not really sure how to put that one. Life concerns. What is his major concerns about his personal life? So what right now are you most concerned about in your personal life right now?
I would say not being able to provide for my family.
And then what are your major concerns when it comes to your career, when it comes to a job right now?
Not being able to find employment.
And then what are your major concerns about society as a whole?
Um, I would say making it harder for veterans to get service connected. And Voc Rehab.
Name another thing, something else in society that you're concerned about,
Um,
society overall.
I would just say the way that our country is headed.
Fears and anxieties. What are your biggest fears? The things that cause you the most anxiety?
I would say not finding customers.
Yeah, that's you speaking from a sense of what we're doing right now. I'm talking about the Taylor Wilson a few months ago who didn't have Voc Rehab. What were your biggest fears,
Um,
anxieties at the time?
will I be able to walk again?
Will you be able to walk again?
Yeah, whenever I sprain my ankle.
I would say biggest fears and anxieties. That was a very like specific thing that happened to you because you were hiking. But overall, I mean, we can say that. I guess. I mean, not.
Now let's do something else more specific. Like right now, uh, should I put to like right now?
Yeah, I would say, but you got to think about it in terms of the version of you before you got Voc Rehab. What was stressing you out the most? What were your biggest fears?
Because
And
before, there's two things. Like before I was 100%, I thought that was my biggest stress and fear is not getting 100%. You know, because I knew I was entitled to that. And but then now it's not getting approved for Voc Rehab. That's my biggest stress and fear and anxiety right now. I constantly think about it.
nice. Okay. Okay, how did that influence the way you made decisions? Like what like the fact that you were afraid of not getting VA disability rating and not getting Voc Rehab, how did that influence the choices you made? What did you
Well, I was just going to give you an example. Like today, I just because I'm trying to get into a master's program, and I reached out and I was like, "What do you need to get in a master's program?" And they're like, "Well, you don't need this, but they're like, we recommend you take a quantitative class." And so I signed up for a statistics class. I'm taking like statistics 1A at SDSU this semester, and I'm like, and I looked on Rate My Professor, and the professor has a 4 out of 5. So I'm like, cool, and they gave extra credit. So I'm just like, cool, get to, you know, do well in that math class, and then that's my ticket into the master's program to show them that, you know, I'm quantitative. So sometimes you have to do like, as much as I didn't want to do that math class, I'm like, I got to do it, you know.
Okay, nice. Dislikes and pet peeves. What things do you strongly dislike? What do you not like? What are some things that rub you the wrong way?
I would say if you stink.
Okay, what else? What other things do people do or situations that really make you mad?
Um, I would say being rude,
What else?
being abrasive.
When other people are abrasive?
Yeah.
Any other things, behaviors that people do or that you really that make you upset?
I
Situation.
mean, I guess like no matter how some way there might be certain people in your life, whether it's friends or family or whoever, and you might just want, you might want to tell them. I feel like everyone does. You might want to tell them, just do this, and then they'll have just do X and they'll do Y, like so and so did, but they just can't see it that way, and then they're at their own struggles. And I've dealt with this in my personal life, and so I'm just saying that, like not everyone is gonna want to change or do what they got to do to get better, but for those that are, you know, there are opportunities.
Okay. Um, are there any trends that you despise that you can't stand that people do that the general mass public does that just rub you the wrong way?
Yeah, I think people that um like I don't know, for me, I feel like I'm just not into certain trends, and so like that's why I'm not on really on Facebook anymore, because I was like so addicted to being on social media all the time. I had to cut back everything. But then like when there's a new theme or whatever, it's like everyone changes their profile picture or whatever to that theme, and I'm like, that's cool and all, like whatever you support, but I'm just like, who's really pulling the strings at the top? You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to follow, like I'm just not trying to be like in any type of belief without, you know, first comes first, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, but just like in some new trend or fashion, because like to me, it's just a giant Monopoly game, which goes way way deeper down the rabbit hole. But point being, it's like
Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, that makes sense. What aspects of their life or personality affect how you market your offer to them? So, what are what are some of your personality traits? Like how would you explain to somebody what your personality traits are?
I would say excited,
So, you're excited. What else would you say? How would you
enthusiastic,
hopeful for the best?
creative,
Okay. Nice.
intuitive.
Okay. How does being excited how does like knowing that about yourself, how does that influence the way that you buy things? How do what it like when you see something you really want, how does that influence your buying behavior?
I think it gives me a stronger direction in my choice, because at times I struggle with just my ADD or ADHD, whatever you want to call it, just not knowing. Like, for example, I go to a restaurant and you know me, Kaylin, we do the same thing. It's like, what do you want to eat? Or what do you got? What's the most popular thing on the menu? Like, we might want the cheeseburger, but shoot, the fajitas might be on fire at that spot. So, like in one sense, I'm excited to hear what others have to say, but also like for myself to make a choice through that. Maybe I want what they're recommending, or I want what I thought. I'm going to make a decision, but I'm also going to be excited about it. And in other opportunities, I've actually walked into fast food establishments when they're busy, when you couldn't get a table for 45 minutes, and just being enthusiastic and excited and hopeful, they were like, "Oh, let me help this person," and kind of like get them in, early versus somebody that's like complaining and rude about the wait. I'm like, your attitude goes far. So that's just one thing I learned.
Yeah. Okay. How does your lifestyle affect your how does their lifestyle affect your marketing approach? Oh, okay. So are they active? Are you active? Are you sedentary? Are you a social person? How would you describe yourself?
Um, I would describe myself as sedentary.
So like let's see what the definition of sedentary is. When someone spends 6 or more hours per day sitting down or laying down and they lack significant physical movement in their life. You would describe yourself as laying down all day long?
Um,
I don't think so. That's not
no,
you, buddy.
whatever the one above that is. Because right
Okay,
now it's the
active.
holidays, so I've been like laying down more, and I've been sick.
What aspects of your daily routine can your offer align with? So we don't really have an offer yet, so we'll skip this for now. What happened in the past that led you up to this point? How do you feel about what happened in the past, perhaps a former job, an experience you had? What significant experiences have so were there any significant life experiences or career experiences that shaped the way you think?
Mm, I would say there's been a lot, but if you want to know the most recent that applies right now to my life, it's actually coaching football.
What other experience would you say has shaped the way that has shaped you? Life experiences, work
Going
experience.
through the voc rehab process and having to be very specific on like what classes you have to take with what aligns with your degree, but also you can get in the job market jobs that have a bright outlook of 20% or more.
So what
And
about for guys who haven't gone through this? Like the version of you before you ever went through this?
I would say if I knew what I knew now, I'd be like ready on day one to send it off, fire it off,
Well,
get.
I mean, what past experiences did you have before you got voc rehab that shaped who you are?
I would say going into tech, um,
Having a tech
because like being a Salesforce consultant, like legit, like even having one day on the job, like because
Okay. Nice. So how does that
military
influence
too for sure. I mean, that's the number one that applies to all of this.
how would you say that that affects the way that you see the world? Do you think that that affects the way you see the world, and how so?
I think so because like I ended up majoring in international security and conflict resolution, which is military, political science, and warfare. And so seeing geopolitics in a different perspective, more so from like the puppet master's perspective, and like how the world is just like governed in such a different way than we realize. Um, and just like understanding geopolitics and like these organizations and everything from the top down, and like how powerful some of these bureaucracies are, and so on and so on. So like, yeah, I have like a whole nother like perspective on that I can dive into, but
Yeah,
uh,
no, that's fine. That's good. Gives
yeah.
us a good start. How do you feel about your past decisions and your experiences in life? You feel excited when you reflect on the decisions you've made in life? How does that make you feel?
Well, it's like I was talking to a veteran earlier today, a friend of mine. He was like, I never thought my 4 years in the military would pay dividends the rest of my life. And he thought I was going to set him back going those 4 years in the Marine Corps. And I'm like, no, like you served, you deserve, like, so, for me, it's just like lifelong financial assurance and security and well-being.
What lessons have you learned from your past? What are some life lessons that you would give to Roman, like that you could give to him? So what life lessons
Um,
you learned?
I would say find a mentor or a best friend.
Okay, that's good for now. Unless you have anything else. Family status. Are you married, divorced, single, have children? Okay, we'll look at that here in a second.
Here, let's just plow through.
So single relationship, single, you're married. How does being married affect your lifestyle and your priorities?
Well, my kid and wife come first, so like for example, right now, I just had to design an entire class schedule around my school and my wife's work schedule to be before 3 p.m. every day, to where I can go and bust out all my classes, and I'll have classes like back to back to back with 10-minute breaks in between. So it's like I'm hauling and moving on campus to get to class. But point being is like a lot of factors as a student and how it affects my schedule.
Gotcha. Oh, wait, where'd this go? Sometimes I lose the, okay. Okay. Structure. So for your family structure, is it just you and your wife, or is it you, your wife, your mom, your sister, your brother? Who all is? What's your family structure? What's your dynamic?
It's me and my wife and son and my roommate.
And then how does having those people in your daily life affect your decisions that you make?
I think it gives me more structure and routine and purpose.
Okay. You have kids, yes. One child, one son. How does your son impact your lifestyle? What changes have you seen in your life since having your son?
Just more of a focus on my career and my my well-being, and just overall like being more of a leader and teaching him and showing him how to be for the world.
Nice. Okay. If like, let's say this person you're talking to has a son, right? Let's say this person who's looking at your online course and they're looking to buy it and they have a son. How, them being a parent, how does that affect how they're going to use what you're trying to give them? What you're trying to sell them? How does that affect? Will that have any effect? Like what you're trying to give them, is that going to affect how they use what you're selling to them? Like how often they can study, or when they can study, or what they can study or focus on? Like, is there going to be any parts of what you're selling, this online course? Is there going to be any part of that that's going to be affected because they're a dad and a husband?
Yes, because so like good question. So if you're a family member of a veteran who gets service connection, let's say disability, and let's say you've been married for 10 years, and then the veteran dies of service connected disability, you're going to get compensated that same disability for the rest of your life. And then let's say you're a parent and you need help, you need someone to live with. Well, the veteran can claim you as a parent, two parents, and then a spouse and each additional uh, child underneath that. But um, you're going to get compensated at least $100 more each additional person,
Okay.
and you can get that for the rest of your life.
So family member or spouse will be compensated the same way as their as the military
Veteran.
veteran. Veteran can claim two parents, spouse, and each child. And then, does this online course will it address any of their needs? Those any related to their family? Like in this online course, will you have anything in there that speaks specifically to the fact that they have a kid or they have a wife or family? Is there anything that you're thinking of putting in the course that relates to that?
Yeah, like they could get the Folds of Honor scholarship, 5,000 a year, and then Chant VA free healthcare for the rest of their life. Um, and then uh, you also have dependent care.
What's that for?
Um, let's just say that like the veteran needs specific aid and can't give himself medication, him or her, and they need like the spouse to help support at home. The spouse can receive an extra, I think, up to $1,000 a month.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Things that you don't want to do. All right. What specific everyday tasks or activities do you not like that you actively avoid doing?
Um,
This starts from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. From the moment you wake up, get out of bed and go downstairs or whatever, what activities or tasks are you trying to avoid doing that you don't like?
I would say shoveling dirt.
Okay. Well, yard work.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Cleaning.
Hey, I get it. We're just being as honest as possible here.
I hate cleaning like the dishes. I get sick of it. It's like they'll never end.
What other activities do you actively avoid? Like driving?
uh, yeah, I would say driving far.
Okay. Driving long distances. Is there anything work related or responsibility related that you delegate to other people?
Uh,
You're cleaning lady, right?
yeah. And then also like in my class, I'm a senior, so like I kind of delegate to juniors.
Doing to do what?
Pair up and
For
like
what?
also assist them in class.
What's that specifically for? Why are you pairing up?
To develop personal trainer plans.
All right. What preferences and convenience? Okay, so like what would you say what aspects of convenience are most important to you? Like what aspects, like what areas do you find are the most important areas for you to save time on, to reduce your effort on? Like what do you not what do you what would you pay money to have convenience for? Like somebody buying
Um,
groceries,
I would say for having gas.
someone pumps your gas for you.
Yeah, like I don't even have to worry about running out of gas and going and filling up. Like gas is already filled up for me automatically.
Okay, what other areas do you want to reduce your effort and save time on?
Uh,
Gas.
the trash and cleaning the garage.
What else? Other areas that you wish you were more convenient or somebody did for you or you didn't have to spend as much effort.
Designing an online course.
I'm talking about a guy who's looking to get Voc Rehab. I get it though.
Oh, going online and trying to fill out the forms.
Okay. Um, what areas are you willing to pay more for added convenience? So for someone to give you a convenient thing, what are you willing to pay money for?
Do it all. Sign the line process.
Okay, let's get more specific. Sign the line process.
Like, let's say that you could get all the paperwork you needed done for your VA disability. Like, just sign in one page, put your disabilities, and then describe your symptoms, and then send it off and have it all done.
Okay. Um, what other things would you pay money for someone to do for you to save yourself some time and energy? Voc Rehab. What else?
Um, I would say like um, filling out and answering the grad admissions form for an MBA program. The application and answering the essay prompts and doing the video.
For an MBA program?
Yeah.
Okay, are there any other things that that you'd be willing to pay more so somebody could just do something for you so it's more convenient for you?
That's what I was just saying.
Okay. All right.
And cleaning.
Yep. Got it. What types of experiences do you try to avoid? Like, do you try to avoid going to like big theme parks? Do you try to avoid going to like concerts? Do you try to avoid going to uh like what places do you try to avoid? Like, do you try to avoid going to shopping malls? Do you try to avoid going to the grocery store?
I avoid certain like movies and like just woke ideology.
All right. How do these avoidance patterns affect your lifestyle of purchasing decisions? Like, The fact that you avoid certain movies and woke ideology, how does that affect what you buy?
Like, I'm not going to buy Bud Light.
Okay.
I get a haircut like a lot, and so for me, it's about finding a good barber. And if I have a bad experience, like I'm just gonna go to another barber.
Okay. All right. That's a good start. All right. All right. What unique benefits is your okay. What unique benefits does your offer provide to this target market? So let's just start brainstorming. Like you're making a Voc rehab course for Marines who have a 10% VA disability rating, service connected. They have at least 1 day left on their GI Bill and they want to get Voc rehab. What unique benefits does that give to your target market? Why would they want to buy that? What are the benefits of that?
A complete, solid foundational plan through and through. Let's say that, like, you had let's say for every single degree out there, there was a Voc Rehab labor market information packet already done and available for you in a one-stop shop service to where at the click of a button, you had it done for you. You had an LMI search packet. Complete.
Based on your specific career?
Yeah. Based on your specific degree.
Okay. What challenges or problems will this course solve for them? What problems does it fix?
Getting them funding.
So what problems, I know that that's the ultimate end result. That's the top of the mountain, but what problems are they going to face along the way to the top of the mountain?
What problems or what? Oh, so they're going to have career trajectory.
Is that so? They're climbing Mount Everest. That's the only problem they're going to run into?
Like they're going to have easier time securing
So here, let me break it down another way. You're at the top of Mount Everest right now. You know how you always make that example of like every time you get to the top of the mountain, I'm jumping to another mountain, leapfrogging, lily pad, leapfrogging. Okay. So these guys are behind you. They're trying to get to the top of the mountain and you've made it to the top. What are the problems or the challenges that they're going to face that you need to help them with to get to the top?
You need to help them with the LMI packet. You need to help them with a VA disability strategy.
Okay. So once somebody gets your course and passes it, what emotional need is going to be fulfilled? Are they going to have more comfort? Are they going to have a higher status with their community? Are they going to have more of a security blanket?
They're going to have all that.
Well, what would you say they would have?
I would say a job and residual income.
Okay. So, but the end when they're, like think about it if you have like when you purchased Brian Reese's course, how did that make you feel when you purchased that? Like
I felt accomplished.
So is that how you want them to feel when they purchase your course?
Yeah.
Any other feelings you want them to have? The feeling of accomplishment?
Hope.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Life enhancement. So how does this course, this Voc Rehab course, how is this going to improve their everyday life?
It's going to give them assurance and a bright outlook on their future.
Nice. Okay. Decision-making factors. What are the key factors they consider before making a purchase? So before they purchase anything, before you ever purchase anything, what do you look at the most? What's your main factors?
Their social media influence.
I know you like to look at reviews.
Yeah, reviews.
What else would you say? What are your main decision-making factors? Is it how much something costs? Is it the quality of it? Is it the brand?
I would say all of that. Not necessarily the cost. I'm willing to pay. It's just like the quality, and then like the knowledge, and the reviews, and like the testimonials.
Okay. So anticipated benefits. What benefits or improvements are they expecting when they purchase your offer? Like, what benefits to them? Like everybody, is always thinking WIIFM. What's in it for me? So, what benefits are they going to get by purchasing this course?
The benefits that they are going to get from purchasing this course is knowledge, strategy,
Confidence,
and intelligence.
All right, nice. All right, last question. How do they see themselves using this product in their life? How do they see themselves using it? So once they get this product, how are they going to actually put it into action?
They're going to use the guided videos and templates in order to fill out their forms, educate them on the process, the strategy, and the intelligence.
The intelligence of what exactly?
Filing a claim.
So is this them filing a VA disability claim or Voc Rehab?
Both.
Okay. So Voc Rehab, that you still file a claim?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. We're at about 49 minutes. So good work today. That was 2 45-minute sessions for the day. We got that knocked out. Good stuff. Patriotic Dining left a comment and said, "Where can I get the resources?"
Oh, what's up, Patriotic Dining? How we doing?
There we go. So we got.
We'll have to shoot over the link.
Taylor, send him the link, man.
We send you the link below.
Send him the link in the chat so he gets it right here and now.
Here, let me go right here. Hold up.
So Patriotic Dining, great question. Right now, Taylor actually has a VA disability course. and he helps guys get VA disability. We are actually creating this. We are creating this course, which is for Voc Rehab currently. And that'll be another resource that Taylor is going to be able to offer. So
there you are, Patriotic Dining. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We also have our Facebook page here. You can message us for further detail.
Oh, Taylor, I think you put it in our private chat here. I'm going to put it in here so he can see.
Okay, put both those.
So here's the links, Patriotic Dining. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. What's going to happen is just go ahead and copy. Just go ahead and copy the link and it'll take you to that. Also, Taylor's LinkedIn, if you want to reach out to him specifically, is Taylor Wilson. So I'm going to send that to you in this comment. It's going to be Taylor Wilson's LinkedIn. You can see it right here. So check it out right there. That's Taylor Wilson's LinkedIn. This is your guide for VA disability benefits and what we're now building together, which is a Voc Rehab course and potentially an updated VA benefits course. So appreciate you for jumping in and leaving a question, Patriotic Dining. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Taylor, any parting words you want to say until our next meeting tomorrow?
Yeah, just make sure those links are correct because I saw whenever you pasted it had some it says like open in a new tab.
Oh, gotcha.
But other than that, no, that's good. I mean, if you have questions about if you're going through the VA disability process or the Voc Rehab process, stay tuned. I have a course, lots of useful information. If you have further questions, reach out on Facebook, my Facebook page. You can message us there. But love to help any fellow vets going through the process. Excited to continue this process with you, Kaylin, and help these veterans get the money and the rating and the compensation and everything that they're entitled to and they deserve. So
yes, sir. This is where you can go. So appreciate it. Good work today, Taylor. We'll get it back popping tomorrow, man.
All right, let's get it popping. See you later. Over and out.
Over and out.